Boker Tov, good morning everyone. Thank you for coming out. So tonight, of course, is Purim, Mizrat Hashem. So we've been learning the Halachot daily. We didn't finish it all, but we'll kind of give a rundown of the Mitzvot of the day, what we're supposed to do, Mizrat Hashem. So we have in general, 4 Mitzvot, and the 5th thing is a Minhag. So the first is Mikra Megillah, to listen to the Megillah, to read the Megillah, listen to the Megillah. So tonight and tomorrow. So it's 2 separate mitzvot. It's not one or the other, or you can't listen to it twice. If you want, you can listen to it twice tomorrow, but you're not yotzeh for tonight and tomorrow. You have to one tonight, one tomorrow. Bezrat Hashem. The mitzvah of Seudat Purim. Seudat Purim is in the daytime. Tonight, if you want to have some, of course, you're going to break the fast, etc., but it's not considered Seudat Purim. Tomorrow, in the daytime, Seudat Purim. Ideally, to have bread, wine, meat, and other items. And there's a discussion this year because it's Friday, when to have it. The ideal time is before Chatzot. Chatzot, I think, is around 1:24 to start at least the meal before Chatzot. If you'll be joining us at home, Mizrat Hashem, we'll be starting at 12:30 up till 3:30. So it's before Chatzot. You could start washing then. And yeah, this year there's a lot of discussion regarding what's called Poris Mapa, where you can have a combination of the 2 meals, the Purim meal, the Shabbat meal, by starting just before Shabbat and then praying for Shabbat and then continuing after. There are those that are doing that in the community. There is room for that, of course, in Halakha. Ideal is to start before Chatzot, even if it continues afterwards. And as we know, at the Seudah, that's when the salvation came. It was over a meal where Esther told Achashverosh that this man Haman is the Rasha that wants to kill us. And therefore, there's a lot of zichuyot and segulot that come at the Seudah. To take a moment even and pray for things that you need at the moment of the Seudah. We have the mitzvah of Mishloach Manot. The day of Purim is about physical enjoyment and helping and making sure everybody around me is happy. So the minimum mitzvah is sending 2 different food items that are ready to eat to one person. That's the minimum mitzvah. Of course, the more that you give, the nicer it is, the better it is. You're bringing friendship, etc. And then matanot levionim. We can't forget the poor people, that we want them to be happy, and for them, cash, money. That's what they need. That's what makes them happy. And therefore, we're supposed to give to 2 poor people on Purim the amount of a value of a meal, so they can buy themselves a meal with that amount. So spoke to the other rabbis, what's that amount? So everyone can be their own judge what that amount of a meal is. So inflation, whatever it is, we're gonna mark it this year as $20 per ani. So therefore, a person has to give to 2 aniyim, and therefore it should be $40 per person. Now again, you could give it on your own if you know poor people that need. Chavod, the mitzvah is supposed to be given on the day of Purim. We have a service here that we could collect it for you, and I do give it out on Purim, on the day of, as well, to those that are in need. And then there's a minhag of zecher l'machatzit shekel. At this time, as we just read a couple of weeks ago, Parashat Shekalim. At this time, for the Beit HaMikdash, they would get every single Jew over age of 20 would bring machatzit shekel, and the value of the silver was 10 grams of silver. So as a remembrance for that, we give tzedakah of that amount, and that amount when we collect it, it goes to the Bet Knesset, because the machatzit shekel went towards the Beit HaMikdash, and this is a mini Beit HaMikdash, and silver has gone up since last year. I think last year the value of 10 grams was about $11. Now it's $16. Maybe it would have been a good idea to invest in silver last year, but so 10 grams, huh? Canadian, 16 Canadian. In Israel, the chief rabbi advertised 40 shekels for zecher l'machatzit shekel. And yeah, so back in the day, it was anyone over 20. So if call it minimum mitzvah, anyone over 20. Next is if you want everyone that's over bar mitzvah, bat mitzvah, to do zecher l'machatzit shekel. And then if you want to cover anyone in your family as well, for zecher l'machatzit shekel, that's also a nice thing. And of course, all of the above, matanot levionim, mishloach manot, seudah, and megillah, is obligation for men and women over bar bat mitzvah. So make sure that if your child, 12, 13 years old, is your daughter that's 12, your son 13, does matanot levionim, does mishloach manot. Mincha tonight with tefillin at 6:50 Bezrat Hashem. Megillah will be at 8 o'clock. And there's a second Megillah reading for women or men that would want to come. That's at 9:30. Tomorrow morning, Shacharit, 6:45. 5 minutes later than regular. 6:45, B'ezrat Hashem. We're going to be aiming for nets, which we're usually anyways around that time, but Purim, it's good to try to be exact with nets. That's going to be at 7:31, I'm pretty sure, 7:31 Amidah. So 6:45, B'ezrat Hashem, tomorrow morning, and we're looking forward to be together with Yismach Moshe, to the entire Purim, night and day, Tefillot, Megillah, B'ezrat Hashem, and tomorrow 12:30 in my house, till 3:30, and then tomorrow night, we're going to have a beautiful Friday night Shabbat meal here, for those that registered. 6:45 is Mincha of Shabbat, and then 7:05 candle lighting and the meal. So looking forward for a beautiful, beautiful Purim together for many, many more years. Have a good day, everyone, and have a meaningful fast. Tamid Eliyahu.